Hello everyone, welcome back, or welcome to the channel. We are going to be continuing my War Room series of Advance Wars 1 with the dreaded Ridge Island. I hate this map so much. I swear this is probably one of my least favorite maps in the entire War Room, in any of the Advance Wars games. This one is hard because Grit has a mountain range that's protecting his units, and to help him, there are forests blocking the entranceways, making it harder for my tanks to get in. Luckily, Advance Wars 1 AI isn't as smart, so he's not going to be extremely hard to beat, but I will be losing a lot of units. So, I'm going to hope for a good commanding officer. So let's go ahead and let's see who we are getting. Again, we are eliminating the codes as we go, so that way we guarantee we use every single one. I don't get to decide who it is though, it's still going to be totally random. So, let's see who we get. Please don't be Olaf. Oh no! Ah! It's Drake. Okay. Both okay and bad. I didn't want Olaf because Grit doesn't have to move, and so because he doesn't have to move on this map, Olaf's Blizzard isn't going to help me. So actually, I am totally fine with getting Drake over Olaf here. Thank goodness. But yeah, so let's go ahead and switch my screen over. We're going to go ahead and play as Drake. I really would have liked to have gone Kanbei on this one. His extra defense would have really helped against the Grit's indirect units, but that was not the case. So we're going to play as Drake again. He doesn't lose any firepower on his ground units, so this is perfect. But I don't get any true benefits from my day-to-day powers. My Squall will come in handy for damaging his units, so I'll be good. But otherwise, oh well, this is going to be a very basic match. We're going to start by building a whole bunch of infantry. We need to capture these neutral properties as soon as possible. He's going to start pumping out artilleries, recons, tanks, like non-stop really early on. So we definitely want to capture properties as soon as we can. So this guy's going to capture up there, this one's going to capture that one. I'm going to start heading this way with these two. And then, I think we're going to go ahead and start by... I'm going to get my tank out early, because I think he will build one early. We'll build a couple more infantry as well. I think we can build another tank. You want to pump out tanks as much as possible. As you guys can see, he already built 3 combat units, a recon, tank, and anti-air. So you definitely want to get those tanks out as soon as you can. Okay, so we're going to have 3 infantry heading that way. We're going to have a couple heading this way. And again, we're going to just keep pumping out those tanks. We wanted to get some indirects too, to help with the amount of numbers he's going to be sending at me. Even though I'm a bit of a smarter player, he will have the numbers game to start. Especially since he has all his properties captured from the get-go. So here we're just going to... I'm thinking maybe not attacking this recon. It might not move if I don't attack it. So we're going to go with that gamble there. I'm going to start capturing the cities. And then this one's going to come up here. Unfortunately, I have to let my tank get hit first, so I can block. But that's totally fine by me. We're going to have to build another tank to send it straight up to cover that tank that's about to get hit. Hopefully the artillery does not go to the left. That would be bad. Ah, it does go to the left, which is unfortunate. However, we'll try to see what we can do to... We could we want to try to capture here for sure. I don't have to engage this tank. I could stay out of range of the artillery, but then this leaves my infantry vulnerable to this tank's fire. Maybe it's not a bad idea, just because then I can kill this tank on the next turn. So I think I'll go ahead and do that. We'll make a formation like this. And then we'll hit the tank, and maybe the artillery if he leaves it on guard the next turn. So now that this recon's here, his units can't get past me, which is actually really good. We're going to capture the city as well. He might attack me, he might not. It would be a bad engagement if he does, so he might just sit there. But we definitely want to, again, we want to keep pumping out those tanks and get the numbers game going. And as you can see, he already has 2 artilleries. Eventually he will build a rocket, and that rocket's going to be a very hard unit to hit because of how far he can shoot and how difficult it is for me to move through the terrain. So he is keeping his artilleries in a safe distance away from my army. And he is going to cover the space, or the city, or his tank here. So it's making it difficult already. Again, luckily I can hold my units here, so with just one tank. So I don't have to worry about him too much down here, which is amazing. We're going to try to capture the city. Don't worry about his damaging infantry. So what I want to do is I want to make sure I hit his infantry, because his infantry will capture my cities if I'm not careful. Because I have 3 tanks, I'm going to go ahead and I will attack his, and I'll start moving out to hopefully be able to hit his artillery's next turn. Now I'm going to capture that city again. This might put pressure on him to use his artillery to stop me, which will actually be very good. Alright, so now, for now, we're going to go ahead and keep building those tanks. We're going to need more infantry, because he will be killing them in due time. Plus, the more infantry we have, the more targets for his indirects to want to fire at. As you guys can see, both his artillery is targeted my infantry, which is really good. But he does have a lot of units around, and especially 3 artilleries, which is a problem. So we're going to send these infantry straight up to help out. Definitely going to try and keep him from capturing my city. This one can actually go on the city and attack the tank. So we're going to attack the mech here. Infantry versus mech is always a good engagement. Always try to take it if you can. We're going to try and kill this guy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I can't hit another artillery except for my 7. I think he will have his co-power soon. So we're going to go ahead and kill this artillery and hit this one. He doesn't have a tank in this area. Just the artillery, this mech, which I'm going to actually block with my infantry here, and 2 anti-airs, which he will use his anti-air to attack me. He also switched his recon over here with his tank, which kind of sucks, but what we're going to do is we're going to block with our infantry and let our tank sit back for a turn. Again, keep building the tanks. I'm going to keep building more infantry to distract him. So hopefully his artillery will target my weaker tank or my infantry. His anti-air aren't very effective against my tanks because he does have minus 10% attack power. Ouch. Never mind, he targeted my tanks, which is unfortunate. There goes a couple tanks. But it looks like I can hit one of his artilleries with my 10 HP tank, which is really good. I wonder if we can get my squall this turn. I have needed 11,000. Nah, I don't think so. Oh, I can't reach it. No. I can use this 9 though. At least damage it. That'll be good. I'm gonna put this guy in the mountain because the extra defense I'll get from it. I'm gonna stop this infantry here. I'm actually gonna go ahead and attack this recon. Might as well hit it while I can. I'm gonna move this tank over towards the middle so I can get around the artilleries. And just keep moving. Again, we're gonna send all these infantry up this direction. Now down here, I can keep him occupied with my infantry, allowing my tank to go back and recover on the city. So that's very good. As long as I can focus on one side of the map, then I don't have to worry about sending my units in 2 or 3 directions. So build more tanks. You gotta really outnumber his force. That's how you're gonna win this map. I'm gonna focus fire and kill my tank probably. Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's got a 6 mech. Let's see what he does with it. He does attack my tank. So he probably will build. Yep, he does build that rocket like I thought he would this turn. Which is unfortunate for me because I would have liked to have been able to kill an artillery. I could kill this one. I would have liked to hit this tank too, but we're going to use our squall. This will be good because he has quite a few units on cities, and so he's going to have to spend some money repairing them. Especially that rocket. Because it will take 1,500 funds away from him next turn. Alright. And again, we have these units come up here, send some infantry towards the middle. Let's finish off this mech. What I'm going to do is I want to, let's see. He's not close to his sniper attack, right? So we're going to use this tank, clear out this artillery, and we're actually going to retreat this one back so we don't get killed by this 9. Let's see, we can start capture. We can block here, and we're going to destroy this guy. Make, get my infantry moving up that way. We can attack the anti-air here, destroying it. See, again, we're going to actually stay out of range of this rocket launcher here. Move on to the city here. This tank can go ahead and attack my infantry or tank, doesn't matter. Either way, I'll be able to kill or start really killing it next turn. And again, we're going to send probably this tank through the middle. We're just going to spam the infantry. If there's a better way to play this, you guys can always let me know in the comments if you guys are experienced at playing Ridge Island. I really don't know how to play this map, even with my best commanding officers. It's just a really hard map for me to play. And it makes it worse that I'm playing with a co that doesn't get any benefits on this map, Drake. But like I said, I don't get any negatives either, so it doesn't hurt too much. So now we have an opportunity to hit his rocket with my 7 tank. But is it worth it, I wonder? So I could go here. I'm going to go ahead and I will hit it. He probably will use his snipe attack this turn. Let's see. He's really close. So you're gonna fall back, that's for sure. I'm gonna hit this guy here. Oh, nice, we killed it. So for sure, we're probably going to give him his snipe attack. It's actually good because he only. Oh, he has this one. If I skip giving him his sniper attack, he can't use this artillery this turn to kill this guy. So that actually might be a good thing. He only needs a little bit more, so I might not be able to attack this mech either. But we can attack this infantry, I guess. That should not give him his co-power. Alright. And I guess we can go ahead and sit still for now. We're going to surround this mech with infantry on the mountains. And again, we're going to rush him with a whole bunch of infantry. I'm going to also send this tank through the middle. So now the right side is totally clear. We just need to focus on the left. But again, we're going to just tanks and infantry just to... It's a little bit of a boring strategy, but it's, I think, the only way I can really get past his defenses. His indirects need to get hit by my tanks, and he's actually going to be spamming a lot of infantry and mechs, which is why I'm spamming infantry myself. So he will have a sniper attack next turn, and his indirects are all pretty close to me. Doesn't look like I can hit them all though, which is unfortunate. So let's see, this guy's going to fall back, recover on the city. We can kill this tank, I believe. Yes, and we can hit his artillery, which is very nice. We can finally capture that city. Start hitting some infantry here. And we're actually going to attack this mech. I'm going to put this infantry on the force to try and distract him with maybe with his anti-air here. This guy can move back as well. I don't really need to lose unnecessary troops if I can help it. Let's regroup these guys. Go ahead, attack here. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to attack this rocket. Yeah, hopefully whatever unit attacks me on his turn will take this tank down to a 1 instead of just destroying it in one shot. See, I don't think these guys are in range, so we can go here, maybe prep to capture his city next turn. We can even move this guy onto the road right under the forest. So hopefully in this next turn his sniper attack is not going to be very useful. Trying to think if I want to lay me a rocket. I could send it along the road this way and lock down this at least one of his bases. Or maybe an anti-air to help deal with mechs on roads or plains. That actually might be good. How about a tank and an anti-air, I guess? Anti-air again are good against infantry and mechs, especially if they're on roads or plains.
You can't hide.
A little bit more firepower than tanks.
Snipe attack.
Snipe attack. Only 2 weakened artilleries, so it should be okay. Attacks my tank, attacks my tank. Hate that. Alright, so he did use a tank, and it looks like it's going to be a mech on my tank, which was worth it, in a way. Better than just one unit one-shotting or something. Does follow up with another artillery and another tank, so this is really, truly annoying. I can't even do 1 damage to that APC. Again, we're going to keep our tank on this side of the road out of range for now. I hit his mechs here with my infantry. I'm going to retreat this tank to get healed. Let's see, we can actually take out one. Well, we couldn't actually take out his mechs, I think would be better. Alright, here, we can do this. Attack his artillery. Let's regroup you two. We'll get you guys up to, get you guys ship-shape to come back into the battle. I'm gonna just move back a little bit with my tanks here to stay out of range of his. Let's try not to give it any good engagements this turn. So this is where I'm like, okay, maybe I need an artillery now at this point. Might come in handy for getting through some of these units that require a couple hits to destroy. So surprisingly, he's still not retreating his 4 artillery, which I hate because I really want to get in there, but his indirects are making it really hard. So now, he left this side open, we can actually capture a city this next turn, which is really funny. Maybe move this tank in. So what we're going to do is actually send a couple tanks this way and ignore his indirects here. So we're going to go ahead and kill this guy. I don't really want to lose infantry for free, so we'll go ahead and regroup this one. We're going to go ahead and attack this entire while we can, while it's here. Keep our infantry in the mountains where they can deal some decent damage against, or keep his indirects busy, as well as have good defense. And now he has this artillery. We're going to put this guy here to defend, just out of range of his. There we go. Alright, and then, again, with these mechs, they're very annoying, especially against my tanks. But we do need to keep up the tank pressure. So we're going to keep building those infantry. With the amount of units I'm losing on this map, building infantry non-stop builds up your army number, and therefore increasing your technique score. Although I am losing a lot of infantry, which sucks. Now we are back. Don't know if you guys could hear that. That was someone doing their lawn. Alright, so now we can hit a tank, which is pretty good, but it still doesn't really help me. I built another rocket. He's a bit away from his co-power though, which is good. We can't actually move both our tanks in, but we can capture the city. We could hit the rocket if we wanted to, but I don't think it'll be worth it because mech could then hit me. Let's see, can this rocket shoot something? Only if I'm on this mountain. So let's see, again, hit mechs when you can, very useful. So we can use our tank to kill this anti-air, like so. Maybe if I leave my tank here, he will attack it. Well, I can attack the recons, okay. We'll regroup this guy so we don't lose more infantry. It looks like he's sending APC this way. We're going to bring our entire down to deal with the infantry in here. That's a mech, actually. It's even better. Alright. And so he doesn't have a snipe attack yet. Next turn he will, for sure. And I will also have my squall as well for extra 10% attack and defense. Tank, I think, and a couple more infantry. So now I have a few tanks on the right side starting to squeak into his area. That will be very useful to attack from behind. So his rocket did stay on the base and attack my infantry. But I'm fine with that, because now it's still within range of my other tank. So this is good. So now we have our Squall. We can go ahead and reap some destruction on this turn.
Panic is for landlubbers.
Well, I'm panicking. I'm going to have a terrible technique score on this map. Since he will have a sniper attack, I'm not going to be afraid to move in and get hit by his indirects, because either way, he's going to be hitting something. Again, this map I really hate because of this. Indirect units like crazy, and he mech spams a lot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 mechs right now, and I've been killing mechs non-stop this entire game, so really annoying how the AI plays this map. We got a nice hit on this rocket, pretty much nullifying it. This artillery is unfortunately in a very bad spot. I can't really do much with it, so I think I might try to just hold on. I'm gonna go here, so this guy can't exactly reach the artilleries, which sucks. Let's see, maybe if I'm lucky I could use this guy on the recon. Yeah, well, infantry versus mech is always good. I'll retreat this tank. Infantry kill recon so I can hit his tank. Move infantry up. I'm actually going to move my artillery over here onto the city. Alright, there we go. Okay, we'll see what he does. We're going to build another tank, artillery, and maybe we can send that one to the right. Either way, this map will be done soon. This is day 15. I'm actually doing this fairly decently quick. I think the other one I took 26 days with Eagle. See, like, this is where Drake's power comes in handy. I made him drain all his funds, so now he only has 6,000 to build units this turn. So that's always good. Unfortunately, he does have 4 indirects to use this turn to shoot me. Here comes a rocket. Artillery, artillery, artillery kills a tank. I pretty much lost 2 tanks this turn. Very sad. And then of course he has all these infantry in this turn. All he can build is infantry and mechs. But he didn't build anything. I think he's saving up for his repairs. So he can rebuild some tanks next turn. So again, we're going to keep hammering these infantry in the mountains. We can clear this mech so we can use our tanks to get through here. Destroying 1 artillery. We can hit another. We can also hit the rocket. Let's see, what can we do anything else here? Unfortunately, I cannot hit this artillery with my tanks. But we'll kill the mech here. This artillery, 1, 2, 3, 4, will be able to hit this tank. I'm gonna hope this rocket does not attack me and moves off of the base. Either way, leaving it there to drain repairs is always good. So I think can't kill either one. Let's go ahead and deal damage to this closer one, since I could deal the most damage to it. And again, we're going to not make sure we lose less infantry and regroup our infantry when we can. So move this tank onto the city, repair, and then move up. Actually, move this guy over here. Alright, and then we're going to just keep moving our infantry forward. So now we're really entering his territory. This tank, I really don't want this mech to hit me. So I think, but I don't want to lose my city yet. So we're going to go ahead and hit his infantry and stay on the city. And we're just going to spam tank, maybe 1 tank and infantry every turn. Maybe a couple tanks if we can. And just plow right through his army with numbers. Because it's time to regroup. So he does keep his rocket on the base. But now my artillery is actually able to hit a healthy recon, so that's always good. I think I might be able to take it out with my infantry as well. Let's see. We definitely want to try and kill that rocket this turn. This tank can always have the infantry here, so we'll go ahead and use our tank to attack the APC. This one as well. We can finish the APC off with our infantry. We'll use this tank to hit We go like this. We'll go here. Finish the APC off. This tank can actually go and kill a rocket. And this tank can come up here and hit this artillery while we can. And then we'll start capturing his city. We'll destroy this mech because it's a bit of an annoying unit. We're going to regroup our infantry here. Again, try to keep our losses to a minimum. Destroy our recon. So this is a very good turn here for me. We'll move our artillery up so we can get that guy moving. He has a tank here. Not good. I will hit this mech because it can deal damage to my tank. He will probably use his infantry to start capturing my city. But at this point, it doesn't matter how much income he gets. This match is pretty much done. So again, we're going to build a couple tanks this turn in infantry. We want to keep that technique score as high as possible by increasing our total army size. So now he really is feeling it. So he still kills a tank with the 6 artillery. That's just Grit's indirect firepower ref for you. Really hurts. Builds another artillery to replace the one he just lost. Let's see, we got another unit in range of our artillery, which is great. Destroying that one. Finally, that artillery up there has been alive like since the beginning. It's ridiculous how useful it's been for him. Let's see, regroup this guy. See this one. Can we hit? We can't hit anything with this tank. We can kill the infantry with our infantry. There we go. Use the anti-air on the capturing infantry here. Go ahead and kill the mech, I guess. Alright, with these guys, we're going to damage these tank, or hit the tank, and we're going to ignore that tank over there on the city and attack his artillery. It's more important we damage his indirects when we can. We'll cover our tanks with my artillery here. Maybe even the infantry can sit there. The anti-air might attack me. And again, we're just going to charge all our units in. Tank. Infantry. Let's see, he has a sniper attack. He only has 1 artillery though. It's a 7. It could probably do some heavy damage to any of my units, so. And he has 1 healthy tank.
Sniper attack.
And a recon, it looks like. So, probably lose a couple units. Here goes my tank. And then I only lost 1 unit, which is pretty good. And now my artillery actually have a couple units to attack, which is really nice. So that's always nice to see. Infantry can finish off that recon. We'll go ahead and take the APC. There we go. This guy can finish this one off. Use the anti-air on the infantry so you can move our tanks up. So he's building more mechs. So annoying. I'm going to use this 9 here on the anti-air, use the infantry to kill his. We're going to start capturing this city. I think the mech will probably try and stop me, so that way I can attack his artillery here. And what we're going to do is, we're actually going to... I don't really want to cover the base because he can just build all the back ones, but I think that might be better than attacking the mech. Alright. And even though the game seems almost over, I would still move all my troops up anyways, just in case something happens. And we're going to start spamming units like crazy. We might be able to win next turn.
What now?
See, if he was smart, he'd build like a medium tank this turn. I won't be able to kill it for quite a few turns, but he wanted to build up his numbers again. Alright, so let's see. We're going to move our artilleries up next to his bases to lock them down. Let's see, we need this tank to hit that APC, so let's move this one over here. There we go. Let's see, maybe infantry can kill it? Yes, very good. So 6 can kill the recon. We use our infantry to kill this mech. Anti-air. Let's see, let's just try to kill from the back as much as possible. It looks like we are done. Before I end, I'm going to actually build a few more units to try and increase my technique score. A bit of a lame tactic, but it's how it's done. It's calculated by your total army percentage lost. So that was Ridge Island. I actually did that a little bit faster than I did Point Storm. I thought it was going to be a little bit longer. So 97 speed, I actually did really good in that department. But I did spam units like crazy to try to get my technique score back up. I actually ended up doing pretty good, 287 with Drake, so it's not too bad. I think the squall definitely helps in draining Grit's funds, so he can't constantly pump out indirects and tanks like crazy. Especially when you build that the 2 rockets, I got my squall at the right time. Rockets cost a lot, and so it takes a lot of funds to repair them. So that was always good, to pop my squall when he built a rocket. But yeah, so now I have an S on this. I did better than Eagle, and I love using Eagle. It's my second favorite commanding officer. But he got outdone by Drake, his fellow Green Earth commanding officer. So, that was a bit more fun than I thought it was going to be. Maybe random codes is a good idea. Anyways, so that was Ridge Island. I hate that map so much. Sorry if it was a little boring with just tanks and infantry. But that's how I play it, and I think that's how I need to play it in order to win. But like I said, if you guys have a better idea or a better strategy on how to beat it with maybe 300, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear a good strategy to beat this map. But it's just so hard to get through those forests and around the mountain range that I honestly have no clue how to beat it without losing a good chunk of your army. So next up, we will have Meow's Hope. I love playing this game because I love air units. I used Eagle to play this one. 17 days, 300 points, really easy. This is an air and ground heavy battle, but I will not have the choice of Eagle. So it will be a little bit more difficult, but let me see who I have left. How come it's not showing? Oh. Okay, so for you guys can see. We have Kanbei, Clone Andy, and Olaf. You guys don't know who Clone Andy is yet, I don't think, in the campaign. He's pretty much going to be the same exact commanding officer as Andy. He's just a different character. So if I get him, I will be able to use him pretty good, because he's just like my favorite commanding officer, Andy. Kanbei could be good on here because he has good units overall. They are a little expensive, but we have a lot of properties on this map, so money should not be a problem. Olaf can be good here as well. I pretty much the last 3 commanding officers, because Drake will no longer be on this list, the last 3 are all good for this map. So hopefully, I think Olaf would be good just because of how large this map is, and Olaf is good against Eagle because of the fact that his Blizzard slows down his air units. So we'll see what happens next time. Hope you guys enjoy watching me suffer on Ridge Island, but again, I did pretty good, so I'm very happy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.